Let's talk about confidence, something that most people believe is reserved for the lucky few. Yet, in reality, it's a skill that can be cultivated and strengthened, especially when you look through a Stoic lens. Imagine standing on solid ground within yourself, untouched by the turbulence of outside judgments or the anxious narratives we spin in our minds. Confidence, in its truest sense, is built when we learn to rely on our inner strength rather than needing external validation. And this shift, it can happen in an instant if you allow it. A great way to start is by focusing on what you control. Imagine a situation that usually drains your confidence, like a public speaking event or a job interview. Now, instead of worrying about how others might react or how things might go wrong, turn inward. Ask yourself, what can I control here? Your preparation, your calm breathing, your mindset. These are within your grasp. But the applause or criticism of others, they're beyond your reach. When you let go of needing to control the uncontrollable, something magical happens. You free up energy, dropping a burden that wasn't yours to carry. This approach gives you an instant boost, as your confidence is now grounded in what's certain, your own efforts, not anyone else's opinion. Another way to boost your confidence is by embracing small acts of courage daily. Imagine every day as a training ground. Stoics call it the premeditation of evils, a practice where you mentally prepare for challenges before they happen. For example, if you know you're going to face a difficult conversation or make a presentation, visualize it in your mind. Picture yourself standing tall, responding calmly, unaffected by the outcome. When you go over these scenarios, you build an inner resilience, preparing yourself to stay centered no matter what. The more you engage in these little exercises, the more they become second nature. You start meeting the day's small fears with a sense of calm assurance, and that over time translates into unshakable confidence. Let's also talk about shifting your mindset when it comes to mistakes. Too often, people's confidence crumbles under the weight of past failures or the fear of making new ones. But remember, from a Stoic perspective, mistakes are simply feedback. They're learning opportunities in disguise. Picture each error as a stepping stone to improvement, not a blow to your self-worth. By reframing failure as a natural part of growth, you remove the shame or embarrassment that might normally follow. Instead, you develop a sense of resilience and humility, qualities that reinforce genuine confidence. When you know that a setback won't break you, you face new challenges with a bolder heart. So, let your mistakes be teachers, not judges. Confidence also grows by embracing discomfort. A Stoic knows that life isn't meant to be smooth all the time. In fact, Stoics welcome challenges because they're the ultimate testing ground for inner strength. So the next time you feel uncomfortable or unsure, don't shy away, embrace it. Lean into the discomfort, knowing it's stretching your capacity for resilience. Let's say you feel nervous about taking on a new role or speaking up in a meeting. Instead of avoiding it, take a moment to recognize that this is exactly the type of situation that helps build inner fortitude. By regularly stepping into discomfort, you slowly train yourself to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, and nothing boosts confidence like proving to yourself that you can handle whatever life throws at you. Then there's the power of living in alignment with your values. So often, people's confidence wavers because they're not sure where they stand or what they believe in. But when you're clear about your values, when you know what truly matters to you, confidence becomes a natural byproduct. Let's say one of your core values is honesty. Even if others disagree with you, you can stand firm because you're grounded in your truth. Stoics often reflected on virtues like wisdom, courage, and integrity. They knew that living in harmony with these principles was the foundation for true inner peace and confidence. When you live according to your values, you won't need external applause. The quiet, steady satisfaction of knowing you're acting in line with your beliefs is one of the strongest sources of confidence you can ever have. There's gratitude, a seemingly simple yet profound tool to boost your confidence instantly. It's easy to lose confidence when we're overly focused on what we lack or what we wish were different. But when you shift your focus to gratitude, you ground yourself in abundance rather than scarcity. Take a moment to list a few things you're genuinely grateful for. Maybe it's the health you enjoy, the family or friends who support you, or simply the strength you've cultivated to get this far. When you feel grateful, you're less likely to be shaken by insecurity or self-doubt. Gratitude aligns you with what's already good in your life, which creates a sense of fullness and stability within. That's a powerful foundation for confidence because you know you're already enough, exactly as you are. So as you move forward, remember, confidence isn't about waiting for some mystical force to make you feel good enough. It's about embracing what you can control, practicing resilience, embracing discomfort, standing firm in your values, and grounding yourself in gratitude. These small steps add up, building a steady confidence that doesn't depend on anyone or anything outside of yourself. With these principles, you can approach any situation, knowing that your strength comes from within. Another powerful way to build confidence is to focus on serving others rather than trying to impress them. When you shift your focus from self-centered concerns, like how do I look or what will they think of me, and to asking, hey, how can I help or add value here? You tap into a strength that goes beyond your ego. Stoics believed in the importance of contributing to the community, to being a force for good. When you show up with the mindset to give rather than take, you worry less about being judged or misunderstood. It's hard to feel insecure when you're engaged in meaningful work that benefits others. This approach immediately takes the pressure off of you because your confidence isn't derived from being perfect or liked, but from the positive impact you're trying to make. Another aspect to think about is detaching from the need for praise. Confidence that depends on validation is fleeting. It's there when people applaud you and gone the moment they criticize or ignore you. But if you can detach from this need, you free yourself from the roller coaster of external opinions. Stoics encourage self-approval. You don't need to wait for anyone else to tell you you're doing well. Instead, reflect on your actions. Did you act with integrity? Did you do your best? Did you stay true to your values? When you can answer yes to these questions, that's all the approval you need. Practice this internal validation daily, and you'll find that your confidence becomes more resilient, unshaken by the ups and downs of others' opinions. Visualization is another underrated Stoic tool that can provide an instant boost to confidence. The Stoics practiced something called negative visualization, imagining potential challenges before they arose so they wouldn't be surprised or caught off guard. Picture a scenario where you're nervous. Maybe it's a conversation with your boss or stepping up in a big meeting. Now visualize yourself handling it with calm and clarity, moving through the situation confidently regardless of the outcome. Visualize every detail, your calm breath, steady voice, and composed demeanor. This mental rehearsal gives your mind a roadmap, so when the real situation arrives, it feels familiar. Your brain believes it's already handled the challenge, making you feel more confident and prepared. There's also something deeply grounding about accepting your own limitations. Confidence isn't pretending to be flawless. It's acknowledging that you're human, with strengths and weaknesses alike. By accepting that you'll make mistakes, that you won't always have all the answers, you become more comfortable in your skin. Acknowledging your humanity makes you relatable and, ironically, more resilient. It gives you the freedom to act without the fear of needing to be perfect. Every moment doesn't have to be a performance, and when you embrace this idea, you move with a quiet confidence. Stoic teachings often remind us that no one is immune to making errors or facing hardship. But when you accept this, you stop fighting yourself and start channeling your energy into what you can do, flaws and all. Another instant confidence boost lies in your posture. It might seem simple, but Stoics believed in carrying oneself with dignity. Standing tall, shoulders back, head held high. These are physical signals to both yourself and others that you're grounded and present. The way you carry yourself affects how you feel internally. If you're slouched over or shrinking, it sends a message of self-doubt. Instead, try shifting your posture, take a few deep breaths, and notice how your mental state changes. Even in ancient times, Stoics recognized that body and mind are connected, and by aligning your physical stance with inner dignity, you naturally feel more confident. A powerful method to boost your confidence is to practice the art of pausing. When we're under pressure or uncertain, it's easy to get swept away by nerves and respond hastily. But pausing gives you a moment to breathe, to center yourself, to align with your values. It may be a small pause before responding to a challenging question or a brief moment of silence before making a decision. This tiny space between action and reaction is where your power lies. It allows you to choose a response that aligns with your true self, not a response rooted in fear or insecurity. The more you practice pausing, the more in control you feel, and that control is the bedrock of genuine confidence. Another boost comes from embracing simplicity in life. A cluttered life often creates a cluttered mind, which can lead to uncertainty and self-doubt. When you simplify your surroundings and focus on what truly matters, you create mental clarity. For example, simplifying your daily routine or removing distractions can give you a sense of ease and order. In turn, this clears the way for confidence because you're no longer overwhelmed by excess. The Stoics valued simplicity, seeing it as a way to focus on what's essential. By removing distractions, you're free to give your best effort without being weighed down by unnecessary worries. Simplicity breeds clarity, and clarity breeds confidence. It's also crucial to stop comparing yourself to others. Comparison is the thief of joy, as the Stoics believed. Confidence wanes when we measure ourselves against others, especially in areas we can't control, like their talents, resources, or appearance. Instead, turn your focus inward. Ask yourself, am I better today than I was yesterday? By shifting your attention to your own growth, you take control of your confidence. Focus on small, measurable improvements within yourself. Maybe you spoke a little more confidently today than yesterday, or perhaps you handled stress more gracefully. When you compete only with your past self, your confidence becomes a steady force rooted in your personal progress, not in the fluctuations of the outside world. Embrace the principle of detachment. Confidence doesn't mean caring about nothing. It means not attaching your worth to outcomes. You might fail, you might succeed, but neither defines you. The Stoics taught that outcomes are often beyond our control, so we should invest our energy in the effort rather than the result. When you detach from needing everything to go your way, you create a confidence that's immune to setbacks. You become like a mountain, steady, unshaken by the wind. In any situation, put forth your best effort and let the outcome be what it may. This detachment empowers you because your confidence is now linked to your actions, not external rewards. And with each of these practices, you're not just building confidence, you're crafting a life of resilience, integrity, and purpose. Confidence, after all, isn't just a feeling, it's a way of being. And by embracing these Stoic principles, you're empowering yourself to live confidently no matter what life brings. Another powerful way to sustain confidence is by practicing self-compassion, a concept the Stoics embrace through acceptance and kindness toward oneself. Often, people think confidence means being hard on themselves or pushing past their limits without regard for their well-being. Yet true, lasting confidence grows when you treat yourself with the same kindness and encouragement you would offer a friend. If you stumble or make a mistake, remind yourself that it's part of the journey. Instead of harsh self-criticism, reflect on how you can improve next time. When you are gentle with yourself, you cultivate a calm, steady assurance, a confidence rooted not in perfection but in resilience and learning. Self-compassion allows you to keep growing without the paralyzing fear of failure or the need to constantly prove yourself. A fundamental Stoic practice to boost confidence is identifying and challenging negative thought patterns. The Stoics were keenly aware of how our inner dialogues shape our perceptions. Many people unknowingly feed their insecurities with thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "they'll think I'm a failure." When you recognize these thoughts as fleeting judgments rather than truths, you break their power over you. Ask yourself, is this thought helpful? Is it rooted in reality, or is it a distortion created by fear? By practicing mindfulness and consciously replacing self-doubt with constructive thoughts, you create mental clarity and freedom. Your confidence strengthens because your mind is no longer clouded by anxieties or false beliefs. Instead, you move forward, guided by a rational perspective and an understanding of your true worth. Stoic confidence also grows from embracing gratitude for challenges. Most people see obstacles as threats to their confidence, but Stoics see them as opportunities to grow stronger. When a difficulty arises, instead of shrinking, try to find something to be grateful for in it. Let's say you face a setback at work or a personal rejection. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or, how can this experience make me stronger? Reframing challenges in this way shifts your mindset from fear to appreciation. Gratitude for adversity breeds a unique kind of confidence, a strength that doesn't shy away from hardship, but embraces it. You become someone who can handle life's unpredictable nature with grace, knowing that every experience, good or bad, has something valuable to offer. Another practice that instantly elevates confidence is intentional solitude. Many people avoid being alone, mistaking solitude for loneliness. But for the Stoics, solitude was essential for inner growth and clarity. Take time regularly to sit quietly, away from distractions, and reflect. Use this space to reconnect with your values, set intentions, and check in with yourself. In solitude, you come face to face with who you are without outside influences, cultivating self-knowledge and inner peace. This understanding fortifies your confidence because you're no longer defined by external approval. You know yourself deeply, and this self-assurance empowers you to move through the world with a steady, unwavering presence. Practicing moderation also builds a solid foundation for confidence. Stoics believed in finding balance, steering clear of extremes. When you overindulge or deprive yourself, it often leads to instability and insecurity. But when you live in balance, managing your desires and emotions, you feel grounded. Imagine facing a tempting choice that might derail your goals or values. By choosing moderation, you remind yourself of your strength to act with purpose rather than impulse. Each balanced decision reinforces your self-discipline, which naturally builds confidence. You begin to trust yourself more because you know you're guided by reason and not swayed by fleeting urges. This consistency in your actions and choices strengthens your belief in your ability to handle any situation calmly and wisely. The Stoics also believed in accepting impermanence, which contributes to a resilient confidence. Many people's insecurities stem from a fear of loss, of relationships, success, youth, or health. But when you accept that change is the only constant, you free yourself from clinging to things that inevitably come and go. Imagine if you approached each moment with an understanding that nothing is guaranteed or permanent. You'd stop placing your confidence in fleeting things and start grounding it in the present moment and in your own actions. This acceptance of impermanence brings a calm confidence, as you're no longer held back by the fear of losing what you hold dear. You enjoy and engage fully with life, knowing that your inner strength remains even as the world around you shifts. Confidence also blossoms from cultivating a sense of humility. This might seem counterintuitive, as humility is often mistaken for weakness or self-doubt. However, genuine humility is about recognizing that while you have strengths, there's always room to learn and grow. When you approach life with humility, you don't feel the need to constantly prove yourself or pretend you know everything. Instead, you're open to new perspectives, willing to learn from others, and unafraid to ask questions. This openness brings a quiet, humble confidence, one that doesn't depend on always being right or being the best. You trust in your ability to grow, adapt, and find solutions, which is a far stronger foundation for confidence than the need to appear perfect or infallible. Confidence can be instantly elevated by focusing on the present moment. Often, we lose confidence because we're caught up in what happened in the past or worried about the future. But the present is where your power lies. When you center yourself in the now, you're not distracted by regrets or anxieties. Your mind is focused, calm, and aware, making it easier to respond skillfully to whatever is in front of you. This practice of presence, known as mindfulness today, but deeply valued by the Stoics, brings a deep-seated confidence. You realize that all you need to handle this moment is already within you, and that's an empowering realization. Living fully in the present strengthens your sense of self-assurance because you're not held back by what could go wrong tomorrow or what went wrong yesterday. You're here, focused and grounded, exactly where true confidence thrives. Each of these practices offers a path toward unshakable confidence, one rooted in inner strength, resilience, and clarity. It's a confidence that doesn't fade or falter with external events, but grows deeper with each step you take along this path of self-mastery and purpose. Another powerful element in building confidence through a Stoic lens is practicing detachment from the opinions of others. In a world where validation is often sought through likes, followers, or public praise, it's easy to tether one's confidence to external approval. However, Stoics remind us that others' opinions are outside our control, and placing our self-worth in the hands of others only weakens our inner strength. Instead, build your confidence from a place of self-approval and authenticity. Seek to act in ways that align with your values and principles, regardless of how others might perceive them. When you know you're true to yourself, external opinions lose their hold over you. This kind of detachment brings about a liberating, quiet confidence because you realize you don't need everyone's approval. You're enough on your own, and your worth isn't diminished by others' judgments or praises. Embracing the Stoic concept of memento mori, or remembering one's mortality, can also have a profound effect on your confidence. This isn't meant to be morbid, but rather a reminder of the preciousness of each moment. When you recognize that life is finite, you stop holding back out of fear. You become bolder, more willing to take risks, and less concerned with petty insecurities. Imagine approaching a challenge with the awareness that this moment, this chance to act, will never come again. By acknowledging that your time is limited, you naturally gain the courage to live fully and authentically. This understanding gives you a deeper confidence that isn't about looking brave, but about truly embodying bravery, knowing that each step you take is a chance to make your life meaningful. Another instant confidence boost comes from focusing on the value of effort over outcome. In our society, confidence is often tied to achievement or success, making people feel like failures if they fall short of a goal. However, Stoic philosophy teaches that the true measure of a person lies in their character and their effort, not in whether they succeed or fail by external standards. Let's say you put your best into a project, But it doesn't turn out as planned. Instead of letting this undermine your confidence, acknowledge the effort and growth that came from it. This shift allows you to find confidence in your diligence, perseverance, and character. When you measure your worth by your dedication rather than the results, you gain a stable, unwavering confidence that doesn't depend on outcomes, but on your commitment to doing your best. There's also immense power in choosing to see yourself as a work in progress. The Stoics believed in continuous self-improvement, and this attitude frees you from the pressure to arrive or be perfect at any given moment. Confidence doesn't mean thinking you're perfect, it's the understanding that you're capable of growth. When you embrace the idea that you're always learning and evolving, it's easier to face new challenges, knowing that each experience will make you better. This mindset alleviates the fear of failure because you see each stumble as part of your journey. You're not afraid to take risks or venture outside your comfort zone because you know that mistakes don't define you, they refine you. Embracing yourself as a lifelong learner creates a dynamic, adaptable confidence that grows stronger with each experience. Practicing gratitude toward yourself is another Stoic-inspired approach to build confidence. Often, we extend gratitude to others or to circumstances, but neglect to acknowledge our own efforts and strengths. Take a moment to reflect on the progress you've made, the challenges you've overcome, and the qualities within you that have helped you reach where you are today. Gratitude toward yourself nurtures self-respect, which is the root of confidence. It reinforces a sense of inner worth and appreciation that doesn't depend on external validation. This practice of self-gratitude can be incredibly empowering, reminding you that you are capable, resilient, and worthy of your own trust. Finally, embrace the Stoic practice of aligning with nature or recognizing your place in the broader world. This perspective shift reminds you that you're part of something greater, and it can ease the burden of feeling small or insignificant. Think of it as a reminder that you have a unique role in the grand scheme of life. When you connect to this sense of purpose, you gain a profound confidence that isn't tied to individual accomplishments or the opinions of others. Instead, you feel secure in knowing that your life, with all its ups and downs, is part of a larger, meaningful whole. You're not defined by single moments or outcomes. You're defined by your journey and your impact on the world around you. With each of these practices, you're cultivating a confidence that flows from a place of inner alignment, self-respect, and purposeful action. This confidence becomes an anchor in your life, guiding you steadily through challenges and triumphs alike. Embracing these Stoic principles doesn't just build confidence. It shapes a life of authenticity, courage, and resilience, helping you move through the world with a profound sense of peace and strength. In the end, true confidence is about grounding yourself in values, embracing growth, and finding strength within, regardless of external circumstances. By applying Stoic principles like self-compassion, detachment from opinions, and gratitude toward yourself, you create a confidence that is both resilient and unwavering. It's a confidence that doesn't rely on perfection or validation, but on a deeper understanding of who you are and what truly matters. Remember, confidence isn't about having it all figured out. It's about trusting yourself, staying adaptable, and approaching life with courage. If you found these insights valuable, don't forget to like this video, share it with others who might need a boost, and subscribe to stay updated with more ways to live a purposeful, confident life. Thanks for watching.